My mother didn't allow any AI into her makeup room. Every time I brought a girlfriend home, Evelyn would take them into that room. But each of my girlfriends, after walking out of that makeup room, would completely change their personality. They'd scold me, say I wasn't human, and then break up with me. My father, Samuel, didn't understand what was happening. Despite Evelyn's objections, he decided to enter the makeup room himself to figure it out. However, after Samuel stepped out of the room, he loudly scolded me. "A person like you dares to have a girlfriend? You're totally undeserving." After that, my third girlfriend found a female police officer, a woman of integrity, hoping she could uncover the truth. But after the police officer walked out of the makeup room, she pulled a gun from behind her back and tried to shoot me on the spot. My first girlfriend, Claire, was a gentle preschool teacher. The day we broke up was the only time she ever lost her temper. "I always thought you were a decent person," she said. "That's why I chose you as my boyfriend. I never imagined you were a monster. We're done. Everything was going so well. Why break up? There had to be a reason, right?" She looked frightened, glancing toward the makeup room, pushed my hand away, and said, "You know exactly why." After she left, I asked Evelyn whether she had done anything to Claire, but she calmly replied, "Maybe you accidentally upset her." Half a year later, I found another girlfriend, Rachel, a veterinarian. When Rachel walked out of the makeup room, her face was filled with deathly glow. I wanted to ask what had happened, but before I could speak, she slapped me hard. Twice. "You horrible man," she said. "This slap is still too light. I should beat you to death. That might calm me down." I accidentally glanced at Evelyn and saw a glint of satisfaction in her eyes. Confused, I asked Evelyn, "Can you give me a reasonable explanation? The two girlfriends I brought home changed completely after just one visit to your makeup room. What's going on?" Evelyn still calmly said, "Maybe you accidentally upset them." I couldn't hold back my anger and rushed toward the makeup room to find out. But the moment I opened the door, Evelyn pushed me hard outside. A fruit knife appeared suddenly in her hand. "Elias, I told you you're not allowed in my makeup room. If you try again, don't ask why the sea is salty." The fierce glint in her eyes left no doubt. She meant what she said, but what happened again and again confused Samuel. He chain-smoked constantly. When the two of us locked eyes, I pointed toward the makeup room. "It's obvious there's something strange about that room." Samuel nodded, then mouthed silently, "Leave it to me." The next night, when I came home, I saw both Evelyn and Samuel stepping out of the makeup room. Evelyn still wore her triumphant smile. Samuel's face was grim. When he saw me enter, it was like he'd found a place to vent. He marched over, grabbed my collar, and slapped me. Hard. Twice. I was already irritable all day and yelled at him. "Why are you hitting me? What did I do?" "Those girls were right," he snapped. "You're a monster. You don't deserve love. You don't deserve marriage." The more he spoke, the angrier he got. He picked up the mop and started beating me with it. I rolled on the floor under the blows, repeatedly asking, "Why are you hitting me? What did I do?" But Samuel just kept saying, "The things you've done. I can't even speak of them. Beating you is the only way I can vent my anger." Only when the mop broke did Evelyn step in and stop him. Samuel, now furious, called the police. The officers quickly arrived. I told them Samuel beat me without cause. The wounds on my body said everything. The lead officer looked at Samuel seriously and said, "You seem refined, but how could you be so brutal to your son? You're suspected of domestic violence. Come with us." As the officers were about to take him away, Evelyn suddenly spoke. "Officers, don't be in such a hurry. Let me show you something first." She opened the makeup room door and invited the officers inside. Time ticked by. After a few minutes, the police emerged one by one. Their eyes on me had changed, like wolves eyeing a helpless sheep. They surrounded me with cold, mocking expressions. "Oh, you really don't look like the type, but turns out you're worse than a demon. How dare you call the police? If the evidence is solid, you'll be wiping prison floors for years." I couldn't understand what they were talking about. "If you're wondering what we mean, we'll be gathering evidence now. Once we have it, you'll understand." I stared, dumbfounded, and pointed at myself. "You're talking about me? Who else? Someone like you deserves to be beaten. Whoever hits you is simply helping society punish a monster." After the police left, I was completely confused. From childhood until now, I wasn't exactly a saint, but I had never done anything truly wrong. I really didn't understand why this was happening. What secret did Evelyn's makeup room hold? In that moment, I was completely lost. I glanced at Evelyn. In her eyes, there was still a strange, triumphant smile. Then, for some unknown reason, news about her makeup room suddenly spread. Countless reporters surrounded me, wanting an interview. What exactly did you do that caused everyone who entered your mother's makeup room to hate you so much afterward? Do you know what's really going on in there? Faced with such direct questions, Evelyn stood calmly in front of the camera. The matter of my makeup room has long been a public curiosity, she said. There's no reason to deny it. Yes, there is a secret in that room, but the time to reveal it hasn't come yet. Everyone, please wait. In time, the truth will gradually come to light. Even with her vague answer, the reporters wouldn't give up. At that moment, Samuel came out and chased all the media away. When it was just the two of us, I almost begged her. Mom, what's in your makeup room? It's already affecting my reputation. Evelyn looked out the window, her voice emotionless, neither angry nor sad. This matter ends here. If you stop bringing girlfriends home and don't mention marriage, there will be no more rumors about the makeup room. But if you insist on continuing, then the secret of the makeup room will be revealed, and you'll be condemned by the entire country. After that scandal, I lost my job. Everywhere I went, people pointed and whispered. No matter where I went, people avoided me. I moved out of the house, rented a small room, and started living alone. Of course, I didn't listen to Evelyn. I was determined to uncover the mystery in that room. Half a year later, I met another girlfriend. She was different from the others. Her name was Lily Snow, a police officer. I wanted to see once and for all what was really in Evelyn's makeup room. When I brought Lily home, Samuel became extremely irritable. Miss, do you know what kind of person he really is? Please listen to me. Break up with him immediately. If you don't, you'll surely regret it. Compared to Samuel's rage, Evelyn remained eerily calm. She waved to Lily and said, Come, dear. Let me show you my makeup room. My heart suddenly tightened. So it couldn't be avoided this time either. But this time, I had planned it all. Lily and I exchanged a look. She followed Evelyn into the makeup room. Samuel watched me with bloodshot eyes, as if I had committed an unforgivable sin. As expected, not long after, we heard Lily scream and bolt out of the room. Her expression was furious, like she wanted to devour me whole. She drew her gun from her waist and pointed it at me. I didn't expect you to be this kind of person, she yelled. They were right. You're a monster. Today, I'll shoot you myself to bring justice. I raised both hands, trembling. What? What did you see? What did I do wrong? Evelyn stood behind her, still wearing that same smug smile. She told Lily, Don't shoot him. That would be too easy on him. Lily lowered the gun, now filled with fear. Tears streamed down her cheeks. We're breaking up, she said. Then she took out a pair of handcuffs and snapped them on my wrists. Come with me. For the rest of your life, you'll be in prison. My heart felt like it had been struck by lightning. What crime had I committed so serious that Lily would say something like that? As she led me away, Evelyn said behind us, I told you not to bring home any more girlfriends. This is the consequence of your own actions. I turned back and asked, neither arrogant nor meek, Mother, am I really your biological son? Before she could answer, Lily had already taken me away. After I was temporarily detained, Evelyn publicly revealed the secret of her makeup room. In an instant, countless videos and photos showing me abusing and harming women were posted online, causing a wave of public outrage. Among them was even a video of Evelyn, standing alone in front of a crowd, saying, I confess to the authorities. Over the past few years, I've been covering up my son's crimes. The women in these videos were all once his girlfriends, to prevent him from continuing to harm innocent people. My husband and I decided to hand all this evidence over to the police. When Lily showed me all this on her phone, I was so shocked I couldn't speak. I swore. I had never done such inhumane things. Then I suddenly thought of Evelyn's profession. She was a network designer. The videos she made were even more realistic than the deepfakes circulating online. But even so, why would she want to destroy her only son? The truth was, Lily wasn't really my girlfriend. She was a newly recruited police officer. We had planned everything in advance. She pretended to be my girlfriend so we could investigate together. I had warned her ahead of time. So when she learned the whole story, she wasn't too shocked. She asked me, Why would your biological mother turn you into the image of a monster? A piece of trash? There must be a deeper secret. The videos and photos were so real. You didn't suspect it. You're not that kind of person. After that, Lily tracked down those women. But they all seemed to have been coached beforehand, and were determined to dump this pot of filth on my head. But when Evelyn released the videos and photos, more and more so-called victims and their families came forward to accuse me. After the wave of accusations, I was brought before the People's Court. On the day of the trial, the victims repeatedly pointed at me and shouted accusations. I clenched my fists, watching their intense and emotional expressions. They didn't seem like they were pretending. Now, with all the conclusive evidence, my guilt was as solid as iron. When I was at the point of complete despair, Lily appeared, leading a man whose face was swollen and bruised. When the man stepped up before the court, his face resembled mine. 90%. I immediately realized something. I looked toward Evelyn. As expected, her eyes were filled with terror as she stared at the man, as if she were seeing a demon from hell. What happened next was just a normal family drama. Evelyn poured all her hatred for that man onto me. In the end, I was declared innocent. Half a year later, Lily and I walked out of the civil affairs office hand in hand. There was no longer Evelyn's makeup room, and at last, I could have a warm bottle of milk that belonged to me. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. Bye-bye.